I want to talk with you about AI and automation. Probably everyone is talking about AI every single day. Probably you are using it already. Raise your hands if you use at least once the ChatGPT to do something for your business. So that's great. That's already great because you are familiar with ChatGPT. Perfect. To understand, like this is a separate thing. Like ChatGPT, you have to go to him, ask something, and then go back and implement it into your business, right? On average, a business owner, a founder, like on average, it spends like 10 hours doing some repetitive tasks. Raise your hand if you are doing like emails, quotation, sending invoices like on a daily basis, and that's the boring part. So you're doing that, right? On average, people waste 10 hours per week doing that thing, like 10 hours. Imagine 10 hours. If you do the math, it's going to be 40 per month, and it's going to be 480 per year, right? 480 hours per year, you're just losing on something that could be outsourced, what could be someone AI done it for you. And if you translate that to money, let's say everyone knows their value, right? Like how much you are worth per hour. Let's say you are the minimum, like you are the owner, you are 20 pounds per hour. So basically you close to 10 grand per year just lost because you're doing things that are not worth doing. Like they have to be done, but you can do something else with them. So this is what I want to cover today about how you can do those tasks. First simple thing, like you are a business owner and you are offering some kind of service, right? And what happens usually, like what processes you have? First, the potential client comes to you, ask for a specific quote or something, and what you do, you ask a bunch of questions, you give a phone call, ask a bunch of questions, depends on your area of expertise, and then what you do, you call back, give the quote, and wish to be picked as a client to deliver the service, right? So this is kind of, first you lose a lot of time, and second, the chances to close that client decreases. But I found out that, like this is statistic, not my opinion, like in the 5 minutes, if you respond to any inquiry, any leads, in the first 5 minutes you respond to them, you are more like 60% more likely to convert them. Like, I'm gonna read it again, because this is very important, because everyone does business. Like, if you respond in the first 5 minutes to any leads that comes in, you are more likely to close them 60%. So if you translate that to money, you're gonna make the math and you see how much you are losing because you don't respond to the leads. And usually the process, as I said, like you are offering service, people are coming to you, so you have a big gap responding to them, then getting back to them and all of that. But here the AI comes in and helps with that. So you're not going to ChatGPT, make me an email and things like that, and then go back because you at least you have to allocate time for that, right? What you do, you have like a system, AI system behind that actually does the job for you. So what this AI system does for you, it basically, let's say that the same person that needs your service goes on a website and fills the form, right? And there you ask any questions that you like. But usually it's a service business that you have to give quotation and it's specific to each and everyone. You don't have like a sandwich price the same for everyone. And it fills the form. What happens is instantly, the client instantly gets a nicely PDF with the quotation already made. It gets the PDF, and once it gets the PDF, it gets an email nicely personalized with ChatGPT already, based on the inputs. Like if I'm saying that I need something for this specific area and my neighbors doesn't like me and things like that, so ChatGPT will include all of that details and it will be very personalized. And you all know, like everyone loves hearing their name and everyone knows about talking about themselves. So you will be more likely to convert that client. And because you are using that thing, like you're responding very fast, you are more likely. And if the client doesn't respond, we're gonna send a bunch of new emails. Because as I said too late, before that speech, like if the person is if you have someone on a follower list, right? And you are sending them emails. Like when I started like in sales, marketing, and all of that, I felt guilty if I ask a person twice for something. Like it's not working. But now the rule is like this, like at least for me. Like I'm sending as much emails, messages, DMs, calls, whatever it needs, until it says like opt out, like unsubscribe, leave me alone, where it moves into a client. Like one of them. If not, that means they let them to be contacted. So keep going. You get faster with the response and have a higher percentage to close that client. And this could be different various, like this is a few examples. The other case could be like the phone calls. Like the other day I made a video on social media, so I posted. Like the voice agents, probably you've heard about them. Like people that are making phone calls and booking appointments, for example. You have a dental practice. And usually there's a VA sitting on a desk and calls every single day, forgets to follow up. But now you have like a robot that sounds human and does like a repetitive work. It just calls, asks for some symptoms, and then books the call and books in your calendar. So you just see the booking in your calendar, and that's it. So it like just cuts your time, like all of that money that we talk here, like minimum at least 10K per year, it cuts, and it's a fraction of the cost. Like this is for a cup of coffee a day, like it's very cheap. And really does the job. And this AI voice agent sounds very human. Like I was surprised because usually we all know receiver, like press this button if you want to go there. Like these are robotic, but this one is very, very human and does the job for you. And the third case, probably many of you here are doing content or some sort of things to attract attention from social media or internet in general to convert them into business, right? And this is not about do you want it to do or not. It's about how effective you are with doing that. So here, the same, we can implement AI automations to make your life easier. And when I'm talking about that, it's not that I saw a video on YouTube. I actually generated over 20 million views already with short content for clients and have generated 20K emails collected using automation behind. So basically, we use a system behind that we collect emails. So imagine now if you have like a good sales team or the processes are fixed in your business and you have something that cuts the cost and makes it more effective, what you can do. And here in the content space, what we can do is actually have an automation, like it looks like a workflow, let's say. And what it does, let's say you are in the low niche, right? And what it does for you, it actually goes there, made a deep research on the low niche, what is the best performing content and the blogs, posts, and everything that is doing very well right now. And what it does, takes all the information, filter them, and moves forward and using another AI tools to make a version of yours within your tone, within your voice, within using like your personality. And as an output, you have everything posted for you like on all social media posts. Like just if you are doing that, because I did that for clients manually before, and it takes hours. But now you can do it just, so the whole thing is just building a system, okay? I'm gonna give you a few tips because there's lots of technical stuff, I would say, at least. Even AI is going to the direction that you can say words and then it's going to create for you anything like apps and all of that. It's still in the development. And probably in the next 1 or 2 years, you can say, like, create me an app that does this and that, and you're gonna have the app. But right now, you have to do a lot of work in the background. What I recommend you to do, like this is my 3 tips, like to get your business optimized and see where you can implement AI and actually succeed, because it was never easier in the history of human being to compete with someone that has like bigger companies. What I'm saying, like now 1 or 2 person business is able to have the same output what a bigger company does, because it uses a lot of AI automation tools behind that actually has a bigger output. So you actually competing with them, having the same output. And what I recommend you, like today, preferably, go home, go in a room, whatever, but don't get your phone with you, just leave it. Get a pen and paper and write down every single task that you are doing in your business. Like task, I mean, things that you are doing on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, or on a monthly basis. Things, let's say marketing. You are doing posting, you are doing ads, you are doing leaflets, you are going to events, anything. Like write down every single thing that you do in your business on a daily basis. Like admin, you are giving quotation, like your job requires to give quotes, anything like sending invoices and following up with them, because usually I'm in the service business as well, and usually it's easier to do the service, and when it comes to invoice, you have to send it 3 or 4 times to get paid. And write down everything, and then attach like a hourly thing, like how much you spend hourly. Let's say 4 hours, 30 minutes, like to each task. Like have a rough idea where your time goes and on what task. And because this is very important, other people think that you can actually replace people. It's not that. Like what you can do, use AI. If you was a team of 3 people, it's not about firing someone. It's about, and usually you have 3 people right now, and you are making 100K per year. What you do now, you use AI, and you are making 400 per year. The same 3 people, and they have to be very optimized at what they are using. Like, because if you are using the old style like ChatGPT, I'm going to make an email, and this creepy email that is everyone knows that is ChatGPT made. But now you are using AI smart to optimize what we're already doing. And once you write down everything that you have in your business, you figure out, like, obviously you are not from the AI and automation needs to know exactly what you have to automate, but have a rough idea what things you have, where you spend your time that is not worth it. Once you have that figured out, you have to figure out a way to do that, because I'm a business owner as well, and our job is to grow our business. And sometimes we get caught up in the like regular daily tasks, and this doesn't move the needle, and then we get on a rabbit hole. So try to avoid that. And once you figure out everything, now you have a couple of options. Option 1 is actually very accessible if you are at beginning stages, like you are self-employed, you're doing something for yourself. I would recommend just go learn it, everything by yourself. Like, just don't overcomplicate, because nowadays every single day is new AI tools. And at the beginning, when you try something, you are very excited, and then you stop and then try a new one. You just focus on the outcome, right? You learn everything by yourself. If you are 1 to 10 people business, I would recommend hiring a consultant. You can hire me if you want. And actually have a conversation about what processes you have in business, what you can automate, and what you can put your people to focus on. You are very structured, and now your goal is to move your business forward. I would recommend to hire a team like mine. And what we will do for you is build an AI system depending on your needs. And once you have an AI system, you just keep maintaining it and keep improving while you go along, depending on the inputs. Let's say right now you are just automating the whole admin stuff, and later you're going to automate the marketing stuff. And you're gonna improve the current system, and you automate, and you keep having feedback. Because in the AI era right now, it's not about just having a subscription based and that's it. When it comes to services, it's about getting results, and it's about being personalized. Sometimes people think that if you can do everything with AI, let's do it everything AI, so I'm not going to do anything, but it's not like that. I will give a simple example. Like, I used to talk with a client that was from in the law business, and usually, like, you can create a contract with ChatGPT. Like, all the processes are automated. You can speak with the client, but they need like a human in the loop. So this is a loop, and you need a human. So the human actually checks everything before like moving forward. And once it's checked, so you cannot replace people. You just people with bad skills will be replaced or repetitive. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, thank you.